You're watching Tag TV. You're watching Tag TV.
Indian forces successfully neutralized terrorists in Kashmir. Multiple terror attacks rock Afghanistan. 10 years after 26/11, Pakistan continues to nurture terrorism. And terror and talks cannot go together, says Sushma Swaraj. Pakistan-backed terror outfits that have been causing mayhem in Kashmir faced strong retaliation from the Indian security forces as they eliminated several infiltrators who sneaked in from across the border. Newsweek South Asia has a report.
Based on credible inputs about presence of terrorists, including top commander of the Pakistan-based terrorist outfit Lashkar-e-Toiba, Indian security forces managed to kill 2 terrorists in Budgam district in Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir. Police have confirmed the death of Naveed Jatt, the Lashkar-e-Toiba commander responsible for killing of chief editor of Rising Kashmir, Sujat Bukhari. Bukhari was shot dead in his car while returning from his office earlier this year. Naveed Jatt, a resident of Pakistan's Multan city, escaped from the SMHS hospital in Srinagar in February when jail authorities had taken him for a checkup. Gunmen stormed the hospital and killed 2 policemen before they whisked away Jatt. Jatt was earlier arrested in 2016 from South Kashmir for his involvement in several killings in Kashmir.
आज का जो एनकाउंटर पिछली रात का रहा, इसमें भी 2 मिलिटेंट मारे गए हैं, मगर बड़ी बात ये है कि अभी तक की ग्राउंड वेरिफिकेशन के मुताबिक उसमें नवीद जाट भी मारा गया है। और नवीद जाट अकेला अगर मिलिटेंट देखें जो इस वक्त जो उसका लेवल था जहाँ पर, तो ही वॉज वन ऑफ द टॉप मोस्ट कमांडर्स ऑफ लश्कर-ए-तौबा।
The encounter comes a day after 3 militants were killed in 2 separate encounters in Tral and Kulgam district after specific inputs about presence of militants were received. The encounter broke out during a cordon and search operation in the 2 districts when the security forces came under fire from the terrorists. During the gun battle, 3 terrorists were gunned down in the 2 separate encounters.
2 encounters which had taken place today, one at Kulgam and the other one is at Tral. In Kulgam encounter, 2 terrorists were killed, and in Tral, 1 terrorist was killed. Arms and ammunition were recovered. We lost a boy in Kulgam.
But on the other hand, 6 terrorists were killed as forces stepped up operations in what can be termed as the bloodiest week of fighting this year, during which 23 people have been killed. The 6 terrorists were shot dead by troops in a village south of Srinagar in an operation launched. Indian Army spokesman in Kashmir, Colonel Rajesh Kalia, said 1 soldier was also killed in the operation.
6 militants have been killed in this joint operation. 4 of these militants belong to Hizbul Mujahideen and 2 belong to Lashkar-e-Toiba. The biggest success of this operation is that district commanders of Lashkar and HM both have been killed in this operation. Arms and ammunition has been recovered in large amount from the dead militants. The investigation is going on.
These militants have continued to sneak into India's Jammu and Kashmir state from Pakistan since the late 1980s. Pakistan, a country ruled by fundamentalism and terrorism, remains engrossed in activities that do not have any place in the modern world. Such an environment doesn't regard democracy as a means to serve people. In the past 3 decades, it has continued to sponsor an infiltration in the Kashmir Valley in hopes of brainwashing and provoking locals to turn against India. With passage of time, locals have understood the true face of Pakistan and have turned against the malicious plot against Kashmiris.
The situation in Afghanistan continues to remain tense as multiple bomb blasts ripped through different parts of Afghanistan. The Taliban, which has been continuously asked to take part in the peace talks, continues to be the perpetrator of these attacks. Newsweek South Asia has a report.
The situation in war-torn Afghanistan continues to remain volatile as the Taliban continues to carry out deadly attacks in different parts of the country. Recently, in Kabul, a car bomb targeted a British Secretary Contractors compound, opening the way for gunmen who battled the security forces only hours after President Ashraf Ghani outlined plans for peace in Afghanistan. The Taliban claimed responsibility for the attack, which hit a facility of the G4S security group near an industrial park on the main road leading out of Kabul towards eastern Afghanistan. An Interior Ministry spokesman said that a number of gunmen who had entered the G4S compound after the car bomb were being tackled by our forces.
یک گرم شد دیگه تمام یعنی سقف اتاق و شیشه و هر چیزی که بود در روی استکار ریخت برآمدیم دروازه مروزه وجود نداره.
این حمله سر همی کمپ خارجی ها شده، اونجا یک کمپ خارجی است، مهمانخانه خارجی ها سر از ما شده.
On the other hand, American forces experienced the worst loss of life so far this year in Afghanistan when 3 soldiers were killed in Taliban bombings. The deaths took place when a roadside bomb went off near Ghazni city in southeastern province the same name, killing Special Forces soldiers 3 months after they were sent to save the city from falling to the Taliban. A witness said the bomb in Ghazni went off as an American convoy passed on the highway. The convoy set off a roadside mine and there was smoke all over the place. The road was blocked and a few minutes later, helicopters landed and took the dead. But before that, a suicide blast at a mosque in an army base in eastern Afghanistan killed at least 26 people and wounded 50 others, security officials in the area said. Those killed in the suicide attack were working for the Afghan security forces, said Captain Abdullah, a military spokesman in Khost.
خاورې د دین دښمنانو زمونږ د لومړی پلې شایستلې وه په داخل کې په مسجد کې په داسې حال کې چې زمونږ افسران سربازان بریدملان ټول د جمعې د مبارکې ورځې په لمانځه باندې بوخت وو په داسې حالت کې هلته پیښه کېږي په اغلب ګمان باندې انتحاري پیښه کېږي.
The Taliban, waging a war to oust the western-backed Afghan government and expel foreign forces from Afghanistan, have launched a series of high-profile attacks against Afghan security forces in recent weeks. Hundreds of Afghan security guards have been killed, their checkpoints destroyed and weapons seized by the hardliner Islamist fighters. The role of Pakistan in these attacks cannot be ignored as it continues to provide support to terror groups active in Afghanistan. These terror outfits, which have been causing mayhem in the state of Afghanistan, have a strong connection with neighboring Pakistan. Pakistan has been accused by the Afghan authorities for being the state which provides resources, trainings and weapons to carry out attacks to destabilize Afghanistan. Afghan authorities and the deployed NATO forces are taking strict vigil on the activities which are being planned by Pakistan-backed terror outfits, the Afghan Taliban and the Haqqani network to hamper peace process in the country.
On the 10th anniversary of 26/11 Mumbai terrorist attack, the people of Mumbai gathered to remember the victims of the attack. The mastermind of the attack, Hafiz Saeed, and his aide, Zakiur Rahman Lakhvi, continue to enjoy free hand in Pakistan while attempting to carry out a proxy war against India. Newsweek South Asia takes a look.
November 26th, the day which marks the anniversary of what can be called one of the deadliest terror attacks carried out on Indian soil, is still scarring for the victims. India marked the 10th anniversary of these attacks that led to the deaths of 166 people, including foreign nationals, while leaving 300 others injured. The attack was carried out by 10 Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorists who sailed into Mumbai from the Pakistani port city of Karachi. These attacks lasted for 3 days. The terrorists carried out attacks by blowing up a taxi, then splitting up in different parts of India's maximum city, while some attacked the Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus railway station during rush hour. Some attacks were carried out in Leopold Cafe, Kama Hospital, the Oberoi Hotel and the Taj Palace Hotel in Mumbai. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, President Ramnath Kovind, remembered the ones who lost their lives on that fateful day. A grateful nation bows to our brave police and security forces who valiantly fought the terrorists during the Mumbai attacks, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said on Twitter. The people of Mumbai gathered to remember the civilians and the men in uniform who lost their lives in the terror attacks in different parts of the city where the attacks were carried out. The victims and the survivors remembered that fateful night and also demanded justice to be served as the perpetrators of the attack, Hafiz Saeed and Zakir Rahman Lakhvi, continue to roam free.
कभी होना ऐसा लगा था कि क़यामत जैसा हो गया था, जैसे कहीं क़यामत आ गया, हर जगह जैसे लगा था बम फट गया है। ऐसा लग ही नहीं था कि आतंकवादी हमला, मगर बाद में मैं खुद जब हुआ तो मुझे यहाँ लगने की वजह से मैं खुद चक्कर आ रहा था, सर पे बम लगे हुए थे, माँ हमारी घायल थी और भी से ड्राइवर का इतना बुरा ब्लास्ट था, टैक्सी के चिथड़े हो गए थे, ड्राइवर का मुंडी चौथे माले पे उड़ के गया था, इतना बुरा धमाका था।
हाफिज सईद को जल्द से जल्द पाकिस्तान की सरकार कुछ न कुछ कार्रवाई करे। मेरी जान जल रही है, मेरी खून खोल रही है। मास्टरमाइंड खुलेआम घूम रहा है। अजमल कसाब ये सब तो एक मोहरा सा था, काम करने वाला वर्कर था, लेकिन जो मास्टरमाइंड है, लक्ष्मी है, हाफिज सईद है, ये सबको जल्द से जल्द सजा सुनाए और इंडिया गवर्नमेंट कुछ न कुछ करे इसके लिए।
The United States government, led by Donald Trump, expressed solidarity with the victims of the attack. US President took to Twitter and said that the United States stands with the people of India in their quest for justice over 26/11. The US President tweeted, on the 10th anniversary of the Mumbai terror attack, the attack killed 166 innocents, including 6 Americans. We will never let terrorists win or even come close to winning. US Secretary of State Michael Pompeo, in a statement released by US Department of State, announced that the US will reward up to $5 million for information leading to the arrest or conviction of any individual involved in planning or facilitating the 2008 attack. The statement read, "The United States is committed to seeing that those responsible for this attack face justice." The Department of State Rewards for Justice program offers a new reward for up to $5 million for information leading to the arrest or conviction of any individual who was involved in planning or facilitating the 2008 Mumbai attack. Pompeo also asserted that the US will call upon Pakistan to uphold its United Nations Security Council obligation to implement sanctions against terrorists responsible for this atrocity.
Mr. Donald Trump should take immediate action, because it is their citizen David Adley who had given the detailed evidence as to how the ISI of Pakistan and Lashkar-e-Toiba has criminal conspiracy. Why America is not taking an action, putting strong sanction upon the Pakistan, that is the moot question. No doubt, now the America has kindly warned Pakistan that they should punish the perpetrators. Pakistan, it is the basic question is the Pakistan investigating agency has to collect the evidence, and they can collect the evidence through video link about the David Adley, which they are not doing. It clearly means that Pakistan is avoiding to take any stringent action against Hafiz Saeed and Zakir Rahman.
On the other hand, Hafiz Saeed continues to enjoy a safe haven as the government, its army, its intelligence, the ISI, and the judiciary giving backup to the dreaded terrorist and his outfit. He is someone who fielded candidates in the Pakistan general elections, which concluded in July, and was seen campaigning for his candidates. Saeed was designated as a terrorist by the United States back in 2012 and has a bounty of $10 million on his head.
It's the most unfortunate thing that till this time Pakistan has not taken any action against the perpetrators of the terror attack of 26 November. they have arrested some petty people and they are showing that the trial is in progress. 8 to 9 judges were transferred. Pakistan public prosecutor was shot dead. Now Pakistan is saying that India is not furnishing any evidence to them. I am really surprised. What type of evidence do they want? Because the criminal conspiracy was hatched on the soil of the Pakistan. It is for the Pakistan investigating agency to collect the evidence and to produce the evidence before the court, which they are not doing. And they are only asking that India should furnish it. I am very sorry to say that India has given the evidence about the terror attack. The conspiracy was not hatched on India. Therefore, it is for the Pakistan to collect.
Pakistan still continues to be a country which harbors, trains and provides resources to terrorists who continue to create instability in India. The present Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan, who has also been tagged Taliban Khan for showing his immense love and support to terror organizations. Apart from that, Pakistan Army and the intelligence agency, the ISI, continue to provide shelter, resources, training and weapons to terror organizations which are present in Pakistan. Other than that, the differentiation of good terrorists and bad terrorists by Pakistan state has also led to the country getting its aid cut by the US and getting grey-listed by the FATF. Today, Pakistan is on the brink of being declared as a terror state.
India has refused to be a part of SAARC summit in Pakistan, although the government of India has appreciated the integrated endeavours of both the countries to reopen the Kartarpur corridor. It has denied any talks with Islamabad until the Imran Khan government reins in the perpetrators of terror who have for years been unleashing mayhem on Indian soil. Newsweek South Asia has a report.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi compared it to the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, uniting East and West Germany to underscore the potential of Kartarpur corridor holds in transforming India-Pakistan ties. The iconic Gurudwara Kartarpur Sahib is where Guru Nanak Sahib lived for the last 18 years of his life and is considered as one of the holiest pilgrimages. India and Pakistan laid the foundation stones on their respective sites. But it has come to notice of the Ministry of External Affairs that attempts of hostile propaganda with an objective of undermining India's sovereignty and integrity during the visit of Indian Sikh pilgrims to Pakistan. Many Sikhs from US, UK and Canada were also present in the Gurudwara, promoting the Sikhs for Justice propaganda, where many Indian Sikhs were also present. Hence, attempts to revive the Khalistan movement are being hatched on Pakistan soil once again.
Gopal Chawla, who is a Khalistani, who India has great objection to, was seen interacting with Imran Khan as well as the Pakistani army chief, thereby clearly indicating that Pakistan intends using this corridor for anti-Indian propaganda, enhancement of Khalistani propaganda, and complete and total misuse of the corridor which has a religious sanctity as far as Sikhs are concerned.
Citing the problems of Khalistan terrorism and the cross-border terrorism in Kashmir, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj refused to be part of the ceremony but did send 2 ministers. She also made it clear that India will not be attending the SAARC summit unless Pakistan doesn't do anything to control terror emanating from its soil. She made it clear that the Kartarpur corridor and the SAARC summit were 2 different subjects and India would approach them accordingly. Swaraj's statement comes a day after Pakistan Foreign Office spokesperson Mohammad Faisal said that Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be invited to that country for the SAARC summit. India had pulled out of the 19th South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation Summit that was to be held in Islamabad in 2016 after the deadly terrorist attack on an Indian Army camp in Uri in Jammu and Kashmir in September that year.
So that invitation has already been given, but we are not responding to it positively because, as I said, that unless and until Pakistan stops terrorist activities in India, there will be no dialogue, and we will not participate in South.
On the other hand, Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan during a speech seemed to make efforts to revive friendship with India. He went on to say that if India takes one step towards friendship, Pakistan will take 2 steps.
Imran fully well knows that he is playing a double game. He is acting at the behest of the terrorists, the Pakistan Army and the ISI. To hide this facade, he is trying to attack the Indian media.
All these words seem theatrical as Pakistan has done nothing in reality on their own to counter terror masterminds who continue to provoke crowds to carry out attacks against India. Pakistan has not taken a single step to counter terrorism and in fact supports it by providing them, training them and giving them resources. The hand of many state agencies like the ISI is also involved in such activities. Hence, peace talks and dialogue can only be done once the reality on ground changes and not by making speeches.
And with that, we come to the end of this edition of Newsweek South Asia. We will be back next week with more news, views and analysis from the subcontinent. Meanwhile, do keep writing to us at nwsa@anin.com. This is Surbhi Sharma signing off on the behalf of entire production team of Newsweek South Asia. Goodbye and take care.